A mostly sunny good morning to you. I hope your day is going well for you, wherever you might be. Terry Henne here at Radio Center. A little bit later on, we'll be talking to Lakin Russell. She is off on assignment at Dairy Days down Michigan State University, kind of down in that direction. So we'll be talking to her, as I said, a little bit later on. Currently, we have 83 degrees at the airport. It is 83 here at Radio Center. Downtown Midland is looking at 82. Downtown Bay City is coming in at 79. We've got a west-southwest breeze under 5 miles per hour. 47% is our humidity, so it's not really all that bad. 30.09, and steady is the barometric pressure. Steady because we do have a high-pressure system that's influencing our weather right now. It's not necessarily cooling us down. It's in a southwesterly direction from Michigan. As a result, it is drafting some warmer air up at us. And by the time the day is all done, we should be looking at not only mostly sunny skies, but also a temperature in the upper 80s. We did make it up to about 85 yesterday. Some folks picked up a couple more degrees than that. But overall, it was not all that bad of a day if you didn't have to worry too much about the Canadian smoke. Now, today, it's not quite as bad as what it has been for the past couple of days, but it is still there. We also have a low-pressure system over Minnesota. That is going to be moving into western Quebec province here late tonight and early tomorrow morning. And eventually what it will do is it will drag a cold front or a wind shift line, I should say, into the northwest corner of the lower peninsula after midnight tonight. But it's not going to affect our temperatures all that much. We're going to be looking at a continuation of a wet pattern off to the east. They continue to get all sorts of precipitation along the Gulf Coast, especially in New York, where there have been some flooding reported in the subway stations there, which is kind of unusual, but they do get it every once in a while, and they're getting it right now. A little bit further to the south on the East Coast, scattered shower activity, a part of the weather in North Carolina, as well as Virginia, and then moving into the mid-Atlantic states and eventually into the northeastern corner of the continental United States. Looks as though the severe weather has died down a little bit in the central part of the continental United States, but still it's very warm. We're looking for a high temperature by the time the day is all done today of 88 degrees, mostly sunny skies, clear skies tonight. All the way through this period, a light south and southwest breeze. 68 is our projected low for our overnight lows, which is pretty close to normal. We should be really at 61 for this time of the year, so 68, yeah, we're above normal. We should be 83 for a high. We're at 88. That's going to be our projected high for the day today. Tomorrow, more of the same. We'll have a sunny start to the day, but then as that frontal system that we mentioned will be in the northwest corner of the lower peninsula overnight tonight, that wind shift line is gradually going to work its way down through the lower peninsula, but it's not going to get all the way through. 88 is our projected high for tomorrow, 70 for a low tomorrow night. Now, we are going to have some scattered shower activity developing as we move into the middle of the afternoon and a little bit later on. To put an exact time on it, kind of difficult to say, but my guess is anytime after 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, the chances of precipitation will increase. Again, it is going to be more of a scattered nature. That wind shift line is not really going to cause a line of shower activity to develop. It's going to be more along the lines of the pop-up stuff because that low is not going to move through southern Michigan. It's going to stay from, let's say, Chicago, then move up through central Michigan, and then out of Michigan, south of Alpena. Then eventually it will wind up in Quebec province. So the front associated with that low is going to be hanging out there, but it's not going to whip all the way through the state. The best chance of seeing something from that cold front is going to be on Thursday After an overnight low of 70, cooler air is going to spill down into the lower peninsula, and our wind direction on Wednesday night coming out of the southwest is going to come out of the northwest as we go through the day on Thursday. So our temperature on Thursday could be as much as 10 degrees cooler than what it will be tomorrow. 78 is our projected high temperature for the day on Thursday, and then Thursday night will be at 58 for a low. So it's actually going to feel a little bit on the chilly side. Northwest wind on Thursday gusting up to 25 miles per hour. Again, that's something we haven't seen lately. And then Thursday night with clouds and then some clearing as we go into the evening hours, upper 50s. Now, during the day on Thursday, there is going to be the chance of some shower activity, especially during the day, a little bit later in the morning, and then through the midday hours and into the afternoon. And then eventually everything is going to clear out later in the day on Thursday and Thursday night. The frontal system then will be down in Ohio and Indiana during the day on Thursday. Friday, sunny skies, still looking at high temperatures of right around 78 degrees. Clear skies Friday night, upper 50s for a low. High pressure over Lake Superior is going to dominate our weather on Friday. Saturday, still going to be, well, not below normal, but average as far as temperatures go. Clouds as we go into the later afternoon on Saturday. We'll start off with partly cloudy skies. And then Saturday night, the chances of precipitation will increase. We're looking for low on Saturday night of 66. Then on Sunday, 82 for a high. There will be a chance of some shower activity, especially as we go into the afternoon on Sunday. Long range outlook to take us all the way through the 28th of the month is for our temperatures to be above normal for this time of the year, precipitation values to be slightly above as well. Looking at records on this day, 98, that's the record high for this day, set in 1931, of course. The record low, 46, set back in 1987. Incidentally, the warmest ever 15th of July was in 1931. 98 was our high, 73 was our low. The coldest ever, 1987. 66 was our high to go along with that record low of 46. Sun will set this evening at 9:15, rise tomorrow morning at 6:10. More on the weather as we go through the broadcast. Busy day today. Abby Terwilliger is on tap and Doug Klein as well. Before we get to them, we want to remind you the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrien Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
Say, do you want to unlock the secret to higher yields? If you're applying dry fertilizer, the key to better yield potential is Titan XC. Titan XC is a fertilizer biocatalyst that unlocks and releases the bound up nutrients in granular fertilizer, promoting better root uptake and plant growth. Drive performance this season and beyond. Release more nutrition. Expect better results with Titan XC. For more information, visit lpi.ag/unlock or contact your Nutrien Ag Solutions crop consultant today. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Roof Max. Ask Ben How. That's the guy that I like to talk to. AskBenHow.com is the guy you're going to like to talk to as well, because if you've got an aging roof, don't think about replacing it, at least not before you contact Ben at Roof Max. Now, he's got a treatment, I call it revolutionary. It restores flexibility, extends the life of your roof, and you will save thousands of dollars and one big headache. I did, and I like what I got. Safe, quick, comes with a non-transferable warranty. Needless to say, he added a lot of age to my roof. I didn't really think the roof was all that bad. And when he got up there, it wasn't. But It's all about extending the life of that roof. And I just extended it well beyond what I even thought I could get. Just like maintaining your equipment, whatever you have around your house, your roof needs care too. And Ben at RoofMax delivers. 989-859-6751. Again, that's 989-859-6751. Or go to his website, askbenhow.com, and you can schedule a free roof assessment. Remember, a little bit of care today can save you a whole lot more tomorrow by contacting my guy, Ask Ben Howe, RoofMax, 989-859-6751. Along with me, Abby Twilliger at the Andersons. Abby, good morning. How are you this morning?
Good morning. Doing pretty good, Terry.
Well, and the markets don't seem to be doing all that bad either. What's going on with them?
Yeah, so right now the market's not they're doing anything crazy. Let's see, old crop corn's up 4, so is new crop. Old crop beans are at 0. New crop's up half a penny, and wheat is up half a penny. So nothing too crazy going on, but at least most is in the up direction for a change. Corn futures kind of just going off of drier forecasts through August. The national good to excellent rating did not change yesterday, so we're still at 74% there. Soybeans, they're kind of supported because corn and wheat markets are, doing a little bit better, and they're going to release the crush numbers for June and the expectations from that. That for the good to excellent actually increased 4% to 70% for the U.S. market. And then wheat, we're in harvest, so it's kind of shocked it's not necessarily going down. In the last 2 years, we've seen where we have gotten a rally during season. Locally around here yesterday was the big start here in Hemlock. Some guys, got going a little bit on Sunday, but a majority came in yesterday, and the scale's been pretty busy this morning already. So with the sun out, I don't think it'll be long before guys are back in the field today.
Well, I'll tell you, the last few days it was Canadian smoke, and then late Sunday afternoon, and during the day on Monday, it was wheat dust. There are combines out there right now. Some of the farmers are telling me you got about 1/4 of an inch of dust, if not a 1/2 inch of dust on the combine this year.
I know when I pulled in the field last night and looked at our combine, I went, wow, that is dirty. We haven't been running for that long, and it was dirty.
And thank goodness for those cabs with the air conditioning in them, because you would be one dirty mess when it came time to getting off that combine. A lot of dust flying this year. Is it that unusual? I've seen dust on combines before during wheat harvest, but for some reason this year seems to be a little bit dustier.
I'm not sure if it dried down, so fast in the last, since Sunday into Monday and now into today, if maybe we're harvesting at a little bit lower moisture compared to others. But other than that, I'm not an expert on that one.
Yeah.
I know
I'm
it
not
makes
either.
my allergies bad.
I guess so. And now you mentioned about dry. What are you seeing as far as moisture and some of the particulars in Hemlock?
Yeah, so yesterday our average for red wheat was 14.33 for moisture, and white wheat was 14.73. We have gotten a couple that are under 13. And like I said before, with today, the sun, outshining and a little bit of a breeze, I bet you, it wouldn't be hard to see, another point or two drop off.
Yeah. So, and yield wise, what are you hearing?
Yield wise, a lot of guys pushing 100, between that 90 and 100. Have heard upwards of 120. So, so far it's been a pretty decent crop.
Yeah, it sure sounds that way. So right now on the board, again, Abby,
right
what have you got?
Right now we have old crop corn at $4 even, new crop at $3.58, old crop soybeans at $9.63, new crop will be $9.43. Red wheat for right now, we are at $4.63, and white wheat $5.18.
You take care. Have a good day.
Thanks. You as well.
Alrighty, thank you, Abby. Abby Terwilliger over at the Andersons. A little bit more in depth as far as what our markets are doing. Doug Klein from Oppenheimer joins us. The market report brought to you by Steiner Tractor. New parts for old tractors made easy. The folks at Steiner are very happy with the show that happened over on Meridian Road over the weekend. And there's going to be a lot more shows coming up. Tuscola County Fair is one of them. Saginaw County Fair, not too far away. Bay County Fair, not too far away as well. A lot of festivals, a lot of activities, and a lot of folks displaying those old tractors. The chances are pretty good. The parts, the paint, whatever it makes to make it work and make it look pretty came from Steiner Tractor. 800-234-3280 or go to their website at steinertractor.com. Market report also brought to you by Kryzak's House Family Restaurant. You know, if you're in charge of the food for a family event, Kryzak's is an economical way for you to supply the food. All you got to do is give them a call. They'll have it ready for you. Stop by, pick it up, and your family, your relatives, your acquaintances, whoever you're entertaining will think you are the best. 989-894-5531. That's the number. And, of course, don't forget they're a great place to dine in, too. Kryzak's House, corner of Cass and Michigan on the south side of Bay City. We say good morning to Doug Klein. Doug, what are we looking at today?
Well, we had an inflation number come in at 2.7. That's a little bit hot. So that kind of put a little bit of a doldrums on the interest rate cuts that are widely expected for the rest of the year. Still looking at 0.5% of a cut. So, yeah, it'll be okay. The S&P hit an all-time high today. The NASDAQ Qs hit an all-time high today. NVIDIA got the okay from Trump to send chips to China so they can reverse engineer them and, you know, steal our technology, but it's all good in the end. They hit an all-time high today. Multi-decade high in interest rates in Japan right now. Impossible to borrow money over there. Just awful over there. So not a good place to be an investor. Tyson and Procter & Gamble both hit new lows today. Roblox hit a new high today. As you can see, it's chips on the hot side and food stocks on the low side. Newmont CFO quit today. Their stock is down $8 a share today. So that's kind of a kick with the gold and silver and all the mining stocks doing so well. It kind of is going to slow things down for the big guy, Newmont for sure. So, you know, precious metals are down a little bit. The dollar's creeping back a little bit. We'll see. There's always the afternoon to change things up. But right now, corn, August corn is 404, up 4. December corn 422, up 4. September soybeans 9.99 3/4, down 1 1/4. November soybeans 10.07 1/2, up 1/2 penny. August wheat is 5.42 1/2, up a penny, and December wheat is 5.62 3/4, up 1/2 penny. So the crude oil is 65.62, down 19 cents. Heating oil is 241.62, up 2.5 cents. Gasoline 218.13, up 1.6 cents. Natural gas is 352 3/4, up 2.5 cents. So the currency, Canadian dollar is Canadian dollar, US dollar buys $1.3716 Canadian. That's up 13 ticks. The dollar buys 148.86 yen. That's up 116 ticks. The euro is at 116.13, down 50 ticks. And the dollar's at 98.62, up 54 ticks. Gold's at $33.39.90, down $19.20. Silver's $37.75, down 81 cents. Platinum's $14.12.30, down $5.70. Copper's holding out at $5.56, up 1.5 pennies.
Up 1.5 pennies. That's kind of a move for them, isn't it?
Right, right. But $6 might be a little bit of a stretch, but we'll see. You never know.
Nope. No, you never know. You have a good one, Doug. Thank you.
Yep, you too.
All righty. Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Weiss Equipment in Frankenmuth. If you ever wondered what the farm all meant, why it was named that way, Well, get a load of this. Baling, cutting hay, fertilizing, mixing feed, chopping, seeding, clearing, irrigating, cultivating, hitching, digging, emergency towing. Done some of that. Harrowing, hoisting, leading parades. Yeah, there's a few of them doing that. Excavating, grinding. You kind of get the idea. Case IH Farm All tractors range anywhere from 35 to 140 horses, and they can handle just about any job you need to get done. That's why the folks at Weiss Equipment are the folks you should be talking to, because they can pair you up with the right Farmall tractor to fit your needs, whether it's the value-packed compact Farmall A all the way up to the deluxe compact Farmall C and C series with cabs. So making it real simple, the tractor does it all. No matter what you're doing, Can Do comes in red, and it's called Farmall. See them today at Weiss Equipment in Frankenmuth, doing it right longer. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Freeland Bean and Grain. They've got a great selection of products from Sure Crop and Natures to help you increase your yields, Mr. Farmer. And of course, as we've said before, Vic Huffer, he is ready to answer any questions you might have. Serving you is their business, and they've been doing it since 1983. That's Freeland Bean and Grain. Along with us right now, Lakin Russell. Lakin, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Terry. I'm doing great.
What is going on?
I'm here at the Michigan Dairy Expo and the Michigan 4-H Youth Dairy Days at the Farm Bureau Pavilion on MSU's campus with MSU Extension 4-H Dairy Educator Kendra Van Order. Good morning, Kendra.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for having me.
And yeah, today we started the youth show out, and the breed classes are in full swing right now with Ayrshires, Guernseys, and Brown Swiss. What dairy events are planned for the youth and the exhibitors this week?
Yeah, so like Lakin just said, we started the youth show off this morning at 8:30 with our youth showmanship classes. And then after those concluded, we jumped right into the youth breed shows. So those are continuing to roll right now. And then tomorrow morning, we have our FFA and 4-H dairy judging contest. And then in the afternoon, we have our 4-H dairy management contest. And then to conclude the Michigan 4-H Youth Dairy Days, we have our awards banquet and celebration where we recognize all the achievements and all the involvement that youth have in our program throughout the year. And then we hand out awards from the various Dairy Days contests, and we have industry partners, stakeholders, donors, youth, parents, as many people as we can have who can come recognize the Michigan 4-H Youth Dairy Program.
And it is a great event. And what does the dairy judging contest and the dairy management skill-a-thon look like for the youth?
So the dairy judging contest is composed of some classes of both cows and heifers, primarily cows of different breeds, different ages and things, where youth go and place classes of 4, and then they will go and give oral reasons on some of those classes to a panel of judges or officials, as we call them. And then they are, those officials set the official placing for each of those classes, and kids, when they turn their placings in, try to match or come as close to matching those official placings as possible. And then on those reasons classes, the youth will be giving reasons to those same officials. Those officials are dairy industry professionals or people who are very familiar and skilled and knowledgeable about judging dairy cattle. And so we welcome both 4-H and FFA youth for that event. And then the 4-H management contest, or skill-a-thon contest, as you will, is a contest where it's kids answer a series of questions. They can identify tools. It's basically a management type contest where anything that happens on the farm in terms of managing a dairy farm, kids could get asked questions on those, and they sometimes have to do demonstrations on certain things. They have to answer multiple choice, true, false questions, or they have to identify and match various things. And those topics can range anywhere from reproduction, health, nutrition, general management. So it's a long list of things, and kids and coaches and volunteers through 4-H and FFA practice and study pretty much year-round to prepare for these contests, because if those individuals and teams do well at our state contest during Dairy Days, they qualify for their respective national contests. So dairy judging gets to go to Madison or the North American, and then the dairy management contest gets to go to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, And a traditional Dairy Days event that's already taken place. It was the Quiz Bowl contest, and that was the last Saturday in June. And so with that team gets to go to the North American of Louisville and compete at that national contest as well.
Yeah, those are excellent experiences for youth. Kendra, thank you so much for your time today. Dairy enthusiasts, they sure do have a fun-filled week ahead of them.
Boy, they
Kendra,
sure
be in
do.
order with the MSU extension.
Lakin, thank you so much. We appreciate it. You take care. Drive careful, okay?
You're welcome. Sounds good. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Lakin Do Russell down at Dairy Days. Craig Voorhees with the Rummel Agency joining us right now. And Craig, let's talk a little bit about LLCs and trusts.
Right, Terry. We always seem to get questions about that from folks wondering if they should form an LLC. And that's really a question to discuss with your favorite accountant and your attorney. And if you decide to do that, just let the insurance person in your life know, because we do want to add those LLCs to your policy so they get the same protection and that you as an individual get. And the same goes for trust. If you're doing some estate planning and putting some trust together, we want to put the names of your trust on the policy too. So a trust, believe it or not, can get sued, and we want the liability coverage from your policy to protect the trust as well.
Very good information. Craig Voorhees, thank you so much. You take care, all right?
Thanks, Terry. Have a good day.
I will. You too. Let's find out what's going on in New York right now. Teresa DeVoe over at Baird & Company. Teresa, what is going on?
Good morning. We've got the Dow Jones Industrial Average currently down 263 points at 44,195, 402 million shares traded. The NASDAQ is up 142 points at 2782, 619 million shares traded there. Some stocks of local interest include Caterpillar at 406.46, up 69, Deere 508.89, up $1.28, CMS Energy 70.05, down 50, Dow 28.28, up 3, DuPont 74.83, down 2, Corteva 72.36, down 75, General Motors 53.15, down 18, Trinseo 292, down 2, Walmart 95.25, down 52, Huntington Bank 16.94, down 13, Independent Bank 34.13, down 31, and AT&T at 26.91, up a quarter.
Teresa, you have a good day, okay?
You as well.
Thank you so much. Teresa DeVoe over at Baird & Company. That just about wraps things up as far as the farm program goes for this hour. We'll be back at 12:30 with an update, so you stick around for that. All of that coming up in just a moment, right after CBS News.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by ZipRecruiter.
I'm Cammie McCormick. We're starting to see the effects of tariffs at the grocery store. Jim Crisula reports on the latest economic report.
The U.S. Labor Department says inflation rose last month to its highest level in 4 months as the cost of gas, food, and groceries increased. That reversed several months of cooling price pressures. These people in Greenville, South Carolina have noticed.
Everything seems to be more expensive.
I can't believe how much everything has gone up. It's ridiculous.
Beyond frustrated. Makes no sense.
Financial experts are trying to determine how Trump administration tariffs are affecting prices.
Higher inflation could also heighten the Federal Reserve's reluctance to cut its short-term interest rate, as Trump has been demanding. President Trump on social media this morning announced a trade deal with Indonesia.